So I'm pretty sure the majority of us here are attending college to pursue a higher education in order for us to receive a comfortable income so that we're able to live independently, be able to pay for ourselves independently, and be financially stable as well. But what if I told you that college education is unnecessary to acquire a comfortable income? According to this article on Forbes written by a representative of Young Entrepreneur Council, he decided to attend North Georgia College to try to work at IBM because he knew that the co-op program at IBM was significant with the North Georgia College. And also at the ripe age at 18, he found himself working at the support desk at IBM, gaining experience that still serves him today. And his first opportunity being able to start a business at IBM was with a former IBM staff, which then led him onto some great wealth and giving him an opportunity to live independently with a stable income. So the first point I'm going to be talking about is how occupations are available to those who are certified. And before I get into that, I want to clarify what a vocational school is. And what a vocational school is, it's an institution which provides you specific skills of a particular job in 2 years instead of 4. So like I said, occupations are available to those who are certified. And since vocational and trade schools studying a specialized career, they offer schools for nursing, web developers, and also dental hygienists, and also a lot more. Generally, their income ranges from $35,000 to $45,000 a year, according to the Simple Dollar. And there are also programs that are available to train in a specific occupation, such as a personal trainer, massage therapist, and real estate. Their income also starts around $35,000, but they can also vary depending on how well their reputation is and how well they're able to present themselves throughout their jobs. Because of course, the better you're able to present yourself, the better your income will be based off of what you're able to do. Third, finishing school or programs earlier to start your career will reduce the cost of tuition significantly to a fraction of what you would pay at a 4-year college. In addition to that, you're able to have a head start in your career, and according to the Simple Dollar again, you're going to be receiving you're going to be ahead by $140,000 at the get-go if you were to be taking vocational school and learning from a 2-year program. And then lastly, once you actually start your career earlier, you're able to begin your investments with the income that you earn from your sooner career. The second point that I have in mind is servicing your skills and strengths that provides a great income. So a lot of people like to do things what they love to do, like barbering, for example, right? It's a service that people like to do. So personal expert service in which people are not capable of doing. Many people would like to pay for a service that they do not want to do, like pest extermination. Of course, not a lot of people know how to do that, so they're going to want to have someone else pay for that service to get it done professionally. And like I said, others may not be able to do the job, so have it done by someone else. Second, it's also a personal business based off the individual's capabilities, and based on what the individual can provide, they sell the service on what they can do best. And what they're able to do best is what they love to do, of course. And other than that, that will determine on how their income is going to be based on their commitment. Based on their commitment, and it will determine how well their income is going to be. It's a self-driven occupation to determine their one's income. Lastly, entrepreneurship will allow you to own businesses. And a college degree is not required to own a business. All it really takes is self-employment really takes is just commitment and time, money to start. In addition to that, you're going to require a process in order for you to get a business license, entrepreneurship. And it shouldn't really take too much to start a business. And in addition to that, your social capabilities, once again, affects the outcome of your success significantly. If you're able to present yourself and attract more people to your revenue, the more people you're able to network with, the more people you're able to attract more revenue to your company. And of course, entrepreneurs as well take many risks to be successful. And according to entrepreneur.com, there are many risks. There are 7 that's stated here, saying that abandoning a steady paycheck is one of them, sacrificing personal capital, relying cash flow, etc., or even donating personal time. But the one that did stand out to me, of course, was many of them did give up school to pioneer an idea. We have David Geffen. He lived by a quote called "Fake it till you make it." It's pretty self-explanatory, and he's now the CEO of GymWorks. The second one we have is Ann Baylor of Auntie Anne's Pretzels. She's making billions of dollars just by franchising her company throughout the United States. And lastly is David Karp. He's the CEO of Tumblr, and he not pioneered the idea, but he was able to manage to make the best out of social media through blogging, and made it to the top of the list. And so, in conclusion, my main claim to be is that college education is unnecessary to acquire comfortable income.
All right, Brandon, I like the opening statement. It leads to the topic area and it generates a little bit of interest, but what's missing is a clear statement of your proposition. I didn't think that you clearly stated the proposition until the very end of the speech when you were kind of finishing off, and it was much clearer at that point what your argument was. Now, we know generally what the position is that you're taking while you're speaking, but I think that the proposition needs to be very distinct at the beginning of the presentation. There's not really much of a preview. It sounds like you're going to be previewing what the supporting structure is, but basically you just define what you mean by certification and occupations and vocational schools. That's not really a structural point. That's not a supporting point. It's like a definitional issue that's going on there. The next signpost that I saw numerically was 3rd, and that was followed by 2, and then it was followed by another 2. So I couldn't really tell what the structure of your speech was. I thought there was some interesting information in the presentation. You had a couple of examples. I think it's a little bit tough to make some generalizations from the particular cases that you're talking about. You mentioned David Geffen. Is it Auntie M or Auntie Anne? Because Auntie M, I think, is in The Wizard of Oz, and Auntie Anne is the one who sells the pretzels. So you might want to get that one right. Do you think really generalizing from 2 or 3 cases is going to be sufficient? I thought that you had an interesting statistical argument that you started working on, and you had some citations consistently from the one publication talking about what the costs are of going to college and what the average income was going to be from a couple of those vocational careers. And so I think you've got to start on an argument here that says in the long run there's a financial cost to going to college that is difficult to overcome. That's what your claim ought to be, and I think it needed to be clearer. As it was, I'm having to put the evidence together and figure out that's the argument that you're making. And from a listener's point of view, that's problematic. It needs to be more explicit than that. All right, thank you.